First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel, scattered on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity, enduring till the end. We're almost out of this thing, alright? Today's lesson, it's not going to really be, a certain specific article, but there's been a lot of things happening, because 2018 is a year of prophecy. A lot of things have been, passing. A lot of prophecies have been passing by, and we're not even 3 full months into this so-called 2018 year. All right, which is pretty phenomenal. So, because we know that the dollar is going to collapse and the economy is going to have they're going to make it seem like it's collapsing, and then they're going to push out that chip. Everything's going to be all good, right? So a lot of stores are closing. Walmart, Sam's Club, Toys R Us, as you can see, Radio Shack, probably some other stores. Some of them are, like Walmart specifically, or Sam's Club, whatever you want to call it. Mainly Walmart is closing, not because of bankruptcy or whatever they tell you, whatever bullshit they're telling you, because they're putting barbed wire around it and cameras, because they're turning those into FEMA camps. All right. Which some of us will be, thrown in those. I'm going to get a precept on that too. I'll actually get that right now, since it's on the, on the mind. That's Revelations. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So it says none, not a single thing. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So, through Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, we can do anything, but most likely if you're thrown in one of those camps, more than likely, you're going to face death. Because you're going to have to make a choice, that chip or death, and you're going to take death, right? You should take death, at least. So fear none of those things. Not a single thing. Right? You gotta have trust in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, that it's gonna be all right. Lord willing, we're of the 144K, that those elect men that were chosen, at the beginning of time, but we don't know. So we just gotta have faith and trust in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, right? But this prison, you could look at it as talking about incarceration, right now, but for the most part, it's talking about in those last days. It's talking about FEMA camps, or so-called concentration re-education camps. All right, that's what they like to label it as. There's already been U.S. documents and so many video proof of them having these. They're all up and running. They're just waiting. One major false flag could happen again, and just like that, martial law, the FEMA camps, just all hell. That's all it takes. They're already pushing for gun control with all these false shootings, and the funny thing is, I was meditating on this yesterday. So, there could be a video on YouTube, right? It doesn't matter what it is. It's something like phenomenal, like kind of like a sci-fi type of thing, like a chariot in the sky, right? People would say, oh, that's CGI, or that's Photoshop, or that's fake. But whenever they see a video, or something that the government puts out, like a shooting in a school where you don't even actually see anybody getting shot, or 9/11, or whatever the thing is, everybody thinks it's immediately real. So you're telling me some teenager could post a video of a so-called UFO, a chariot, in the sky, and that's CGI, but the government, who is full of probably pretty intelligent people, to an extent, obviously, for their agenda, they know what they're doing, they know how to fool everybody. They put fluoride in your water, and you don't even realize it, man. You don't even know that. A lot of people probably don't even realize that. So you're telling me some teenager is gonna CGI Photoshop a video of a UFO, but the government can't do stuff like that? The government can't, fake these shootings, or make it look like there's planes crashing into a building when it's just bombs. Come on, man. If you still think that it was seriously terrorists that hit those buildings, you're a fucking retard, man. All right, and you have no idea what's going on whatsoever. Like they'd say, you're still in the matrix, and that's where you want to be, man. You call people that talk about this like, oh, that's fake, or oh, they're conspiracy theorists, or they're crazy. No, you're just a fucking idiot, man. That's what it comes down to, all right? You believe everything you're told, and everything that the government tells you must be true. And then you go, and then you turn around and say, well, I'm a Christian. Well, if you're a Christian, then you should know that they're the goddamn devils, and they lie to you all the time. You should also know that Job, I'm going to get that too, because if you're a so-called Christian, why do you believe and why are you so in with this world when it tells you not to be in the world? There's two scriptures I'm going to get. Alright. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the wicked is Edomites, Esau, really. Because that's why they're in rulership. They're in so-called heaven, the rulership seat. Alright? So you're telling me, you call yourself a Christian, and you can see this precept right here, and you're going to believe that everything they tell you and everything that they put up on the news is all accurate, 100% true. They would never lie to you. You think wicked people are never going to lie to you? You are stupid, like not maybe you're not actually stupid, but you're completely unaware and oblivious with what the hell is going on, man. There could be, you could see nuclear missiles falling from the sky, and the government will tell you, no, it's all right, it's all good, we're gonna survive, and you'd believe it, man. You guys are seriously that into that deep coma, man. You need to wake up, all right? Seriously. I know it's in Peter. I don't remember where. Oh, wow. There's a lot. I know where it is, though, so I should be able to find it pretty quick. It's lucky, though, still. I think it's in... Maybe not. Salakia. I don't remember where this is. I know, obviously. Now, John 3:16 is referring to Isaiah 45 and 17. So if any of you Christians are, looking at this video, make sure that you know that. You should read Isaiah 45:17. That's what John 3:16 is referring to. The world of Israel. But anyways, what the heck? I'll find it, bro. There it is. Gosh. Salakia. This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father, which is Yahawah, is not in him. So all you Christians, you turn a blind eye to all this, and you're like, well, I love this world, and I trust the government, and wait, that's not what the scripture says, man. It says if you love this world, and basically if you partake in this world, that's your first thing. You don't love Yahawah, man. And if you're a heathen, you can't love Yahawah anyways because he's not your God, man. But that's a different lesson, all right? But, so yeah, so they're closing all these stores and putting up these FEMA camps, and they got everything ready, man. For you 2/3 and heathens that think everything's a goddamn joke, it's for you. That's really who it's for. It's for you, all right? So, we know the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. You're not supposed to get it. All right, I'm going to get one more scripture, and then I'm going to go back to the articles. And it may seem like I'm kind of jumping, from different points, but really it's all the same topic. You know, it's just a spirit, all right? Revelations chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahawashi and for the word of Yahawah, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So, that you're not supposed to get that chip. Right? They're gonna, if you have to face that choice, it's the chip or death. And know this: there's only one mark that you want, and that's the mark in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, verse 4, because that mark is a mark exempt from judgment. That's not the mark of the beast. All right. So there's two marks. There's a mark of the beast, which is the one you avoid, and there's a mark that you absolutely want. It's a spiritual mark. I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to go back into the articles. What did I say? Oh, yeah. This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So if you go into that word, mark, the Hebrew word is, I know what it is, I just don't remember how to pronounce it. But I'll just tell you what it means. It means exempt from judgment. So basically, like, it's kind of like the Passover in a spiritual sense, So like spiritually, you have that blood on your posts, your doorposts, in the spirit, and death is going to pass over you. Judgment, That's basically what it is. But I'm going to go back into these articles. All right. This is well, yeah, you can read it. Imminent collapse of the U.S. dollar and other major currencies will push gold to $10,000. So, as you know, Iran banned the U.S. dollar, and a lot of other countries are banning it. They're just, the dollar is collapsing, all right? Which is kind of there was a chart, and it was just skyrocketing downward, man. But that's kind of the point. It's supposed to plummet. That's the whole idea. So they can push that mark of the beast, the chip, in Revelations 13th chapter. So, the headline is all we really need to eat. If you want to read these articles, you can, but the headline basically gives it away. That's what we need to see. Imminent collapse of the U.S. dollar. All right? So people know what's about to go down, but they don't know why. Now, this is an article from today. And it says, gunman opens fire, takes hostages at California veterans home. So there's been a lot of shootings. There's been over 25 shootings. There was a statistic, and it said there's been over 25 shootings in the United States at schools in the first 2 months of 2018. So you know that the Lord is tearing this place up, man. Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi is bringing judgment upon this place. All right. So, opens fire, takes hostages. So just more shootings, for gun control, because they're going to get that gun control. A gunman opened fire and is holding at least 3 hostages at the largest veterans home in the United States, according to police and media reports. Police and SWAT gear locked down the sprawling property at the veterans home of California in Yountville. There were no reports of injuries or death. So it's not really a matter of if there's death, It's a matter of somebody opened fire and tried to kill people. So, that's just pushing for gun control furthermore. And they're trying to, I think California is arming teachers now. How stupid is that, man? You can go on the comment board and say, well, what are you talking about, stupid? No, man. Damn well they're going to have one of those teachers start opening fire on children, man. Teachers have a child that they hate, man. Whether they want to tell you or not, especially racist teachers, man, they'll start shooting them up. Don't even fool yourself, man. I'm sure at least one of those will happen, all right? But who is ultimately doing all this? Yahawah, man. Yahawah does all. It's in Deuteronomy 32 and 39. I actually had it. I think I actually had that memorized. I just wanted to make sure. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Now this is the thing with you wacky tacky Christians, right? So someone like a family member or a friend will die, right? Somebody and then you'll be like, well, God took him early, God decided to bring him home, like you Christians say, man. All right, all he's doing is going in the spirit world, first of all right, and his name's Yahawah, not God. But so that's what you say, oh, God took him, right? But then when a school shooting happens or a mass shooting or someone murders a bunch of people, you say, oh no, let's put up prayers for them, or like for the dead people, or or you just completely mourn and then you say it's the devil or something. You literally just said before that God took this person home, but now that there's a school shooting, people are getting shot up and killed, that's not God doing that? Of course it's him doing that, man. It just said, Yahweh just said, there's no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. So he's the one that does all those things. Whether it's a peaceful death or a school shooting, a bombing, he's the one that's doing that. So you guys don't know Yahweh, man. You don't know his characteristics. He's not some lovey-dovey, sunshine, rainbow, pony God, man. Alright? He's not Christianity's God. He's the God of the Israelites. And back in the ancient times, most people were so scared of the Israelites, they didn't even want to, even insult them, because they've seen what their God can do, and what our God can do, and can destroy places in a matter of seconds, man. Because he's the only God, man. Yahawah is his name in the ancient Hebrew, and his son Yahawashi. But Yahawah will, he destroys and he kills, he makes alive, he wounds, does all that, alright? So don't fool yourself, man. He has love, but he also hates. Romans 9:13, Malachi chapter 1, 2nd Esdras 5, or it's in 2nd Esdras, I think. Here, I'm gonna get it. I'll just get it, alright? There's no reason not to get it. There's no reason not to get it. I got a good amount of precepts. Alright, I'm gonna start off here. This is Malachi chapter 1 verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So, I'm going to read this to prove that they're the wicked. And this is talking about the nation, man. This isn't talking about one person. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So that furthermore proves that that's not changing. His opinions or how he feels. He's merciful. He has mercy, but he's also, when he's real mad, he's gonna take it out. Because he's a power with balance. Yahweh admires balance. Balance is key, man. Alright, but let's see this. Malachi chapter 3 verse 6. For I am the Lord Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So he doesn't change. And he has no reason to. He's righteous in all his ways. Call halal Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi bahasham Rawchaa Qadash barakatah. Alright. But this is Romans chapter 9 verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahawah? Yahawah forbid, meaning no. Alright. So I got two more. 2nd Esdras chapter 6 verse 56. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. All right, so he doesn't care about you other nations, man. Outside of Israel, because he hates Edomites. He loves Israelites. You know, the 2/3 of Israel have to die, but that's just tough luck, man. That's because they're wicked and they can't, you know, be healed in a sense in this life. So they have to face that death. So yeah, he doesn't care about you other nations, man. All right, there's more precepts, but I don't want to make this too long. I want to, you know, I got 2 more precepts I want to give you. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So Yahawah does all things, so he does evil and good. You know, he does all of them, right? There's a precept on that, but once again, I'm just going to get one more and I'm going to be done. I'm going to wrap it up. Because there's so many precepts I could use, but I probably made this longer than what I expected, that's just the spirit. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So this is, you know, straight up. You know, you can't. It's pretty self-explanatory what that's saying. That these upcoming times are going to be the worst time ever on the planet, and there will never be a time as bad as this. All right. So with that, Israelites, you know, pray up, keep pushing. You know, we're almost out of this thing. Shalom.